Hello, welcome back to Recap Central. Today we'll be recapping Halloween Kills 2021, a horror thriller. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie recaps. With that, let's get started. The film begins in the current day, with a little kid called Cameron and Lamb, also known as Allison Nelson's boyfriend from the previous film, finding a wounded Deputy Frank Hawkins, played by Will Patton. Hawkins was stabbed by Michael's doctor towards the conclusion of the last film, if you remember. We travel back to 1978 when a young Hawkins, now portrayed by Thomas Mann, meets Michael Myers for the first time. Hawkins unintentionally murders his colleague in cold blood while attempting to shoot Michael. In the current day, previous victims of Michael Myers' 1978 slaughter met for a Halloween night reunion at a pub in Haddonfield. Tommy Doyle, played by Anthony Michael Hall, leads the reunion since he was one of the children Laurie was babysitting in 1978 when Michael assaulted them. Second survivors include the other child Laurie was babysitting, Lindsay Wallace Cameron's father Lonnie, former Haddonfield Sheriff Brackett, Marion Chambers, a former aide to Dr. Loomis, and many newcomers. Meanwhile, Laurie Strode, Curtis, Karen, Judy Greer, and Allison, Andy Matichak are all being taken to the hospital. They had just completed confining Michael in a cellar and setting him on fire, believing that they had finally killed him. On their approach to the hospital, however, they see firemen coming to the site. When we return to the burning building, we find that not only did Michael survive, but he's continuing on a murdering rampage, beginning with the firemen who rescued him. Laurie is still unconscious from painkillers. She survived her stab wound, but will need to recover. Allison chooses to accompany her boyfriend Cameron in the search for Michael Myers, despite her mother's objections. When the reunited survivors discover that Michael is still alive and stabbing, they decide to go after him together. Tommy says that evil dies tonight, and that they can beat him if they all work together. The remainder of the film follows the survivors as they try to assassinate Michael Myers. They all fail, as you may have guessed. Michael's hand kills a lot of people. A furious crowd gathers in the hospital where Laurie is being treated, and they corner a guy they assume to be Michael Myers. Laurie and her daughter Karen attempt to convince everyone that the guy is not Michael, but no one believes them. When he realizes he is besieged by a hostile crowd, the guy leaps out of the hospital window and commits himself. Lonnie believes Michael will return to his boyhood home, or the location where he usually returns after a murdering spree. He's correct. Michael did return to his boyhood home and murder the lovely couple who lived there. Allison, Cameron, Allison's boyfriend, and Cameron's father, Lonnie, all confront Michael at his home. Michael assassinates both Lonnie and Cameron. Karen appears at the last second to rescue her daughter, just as he seems to be ready to murder Allison as well. Karen stabs Michael in the back with a pitchfork. She stomps on his head, removing his mask. We can tell he is balding, but we don't see his face. Karen uses Michael's disguise to tease him, luring him out of the home and away from her daughter. She takes him to a street where Tommy and the rest of the gang are preparing to ambush the murderer. Michael reapplies his mask, and the mob beats him up with bats and other bludgeoning weapons, but surprisingly few firearms. Michael is still shot at least 4 times. Karen stabs herself with a knife and then returns to Allison. The mob then stops assaulting Michael because they believe he is dead. Of course, this is incorrect. Michael, who is not dead, regains control and fights the crowd. Despite hardly firing any weapons, the mob has run out of ammunition. Many more people, including Tommy, perish. Karen, on the other hand, has returned to Michael's home. She seems to glimpse something through the upstairs window, which used to be Michael's sister Judith's room. She enters the room and looks out the window. Michael then assaults her and stabs her. While it's conceivable that Karen may survive, a close-up of Judy Greer's motionless, glassy eyeball indicates that she isn't. Michael stares out his sister's bedroom window as the film comes to a close. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the recap, consider subscribing to see more recaps like this. Tune in until next time.